Yeah, what we're gonna do is I forgot to say we're gonna do an opening scene, title, and then podcast. So what do you want the opening scene to be?
Probably should have been decided before we started recording.
I know. Welcome to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Season 2.
It's been a while.
Yes, it has. It's been a very long time. First off, I guess we can just go right into it.
As you can see, I still can. Because I don't have glasses, but I have contacts now.
Yeah, there's been a lot that has happened.
That was a reference to A Good Mythical Morning. Good show.
Yes.
I love it whenever they wear blindfolds and say, "As you can see, we can't."
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's a little thing, but it's a joke I chuckle at every single time.
And they do it all the time.
As you can see, we can't.
Yeah.
But as you can see, I can.
Yeah.
Contacts are weird.
Wait, what?
As you can see, I can.
Oh, I thought you said I can't.
For anyone wondering where my glasses went, all of our 3 viewers, maybe one of them's worried.
Or maybe just half of one.
Half of one.
That's how. Yeah.
Maybe it's Adam.
He got contacts.
I got contacts a while back.
He got contacts.
They're nice.
Yeah. First off, we would like to talk to you about what's been going on. Todd, give them a brief rundown of what you've been up to since the season finale of season 1
College.
of the podcast. Me too. Alrighty, let's move on to what this whole episode is going to be about. Okay, this episode we were talking in the car on our way over here, Batman versus Superman, and what we thought about it, and we're not going to.
I haven't seen it.
I know, but I still have thoughts about it. But
it sucks.
Those are his thoughts on it, and I'm not going to divulge mine until I've actually seen the film.
He also thinks it sucks.
Yeah, there's that. Actually, what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about a lot of superhero movies in this episode, and maybe next episode we're going to, go into some other films because we think this may be something, a segment that we do not often, but a big segment that we do at least a couple times throughout the rest of this season, and we're calling it Thumbs Up or Thumbs Down. So first film.
But I don't have any thumbs.
I knew that was coming. First film, Iron Man, the first Iron Man, the movie that started it all for the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
It's been a while since I've seen that one. I remember it being a good movie though. I was actually thinking about going back and rewatching it recently.
See, I have too.
Like after seeing the most recent Marvel movie, I was like, I kind of want to go see the first Iron Man again.
And another thing about look.
Wait, what came out first in the cinematic universe? The Iron Man one or the Hulk one? Which I don't know which Hulk continuity movie they pull Bruce Banner from.
See, I actually think that Iron Man is the first Marvel Cinematic Universe movie.
I haven't seen a lot of Hulk movies, to be fair.
Well, everyone is bad.
We'll say Avengers is the first Hulk movie. Good Hulk
Let's go with that, yeah. Because it's got Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk, and he's technically the Marvel Cinematic Universe Hulk.
He does a good job of it.
Yeah, he does. Iron Man, though. Okay. At the end, at the end of each movie, we'll give thumbs up, thumbs down of what we think about it, and then at the end we'll tally up who has the most thumbs up. Thumbs up.
That's not gonna work.
Thumbs up.
That's really not gonna work.
Or thumbs down.
Because it's either they get 2, they get 1, or they get 0.
That's true.
So most of them are gonna tie with 2. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Okay, well then we're just going to give you thumbs up, thumbs down, and tell you what we think about it. But Iron Man. Okay, let's dive. Let's. We were talking about this. No, I didn't. We were talking about this before the podcast started. Tony Stark, that character, and Robert Downey Jr. They're pretty much inseparable.
I cannot see him as anyone other than Tony Stark.
And that's Todd's analysis of the entire film.
It's a good movie.
Directed by Jon Favreau.
It really seems true to character. He's kind of, he's got money, he's got intelligence, and he doesn't like to go take things slow. And he's a little full of himself, but in a way that is, I don't want to use the word endearing, but you don't hate him for it.
No, you don't. And the whole thing about Iron Man is at the time of its creation, it was under Paramount Studios because at that time you got to remember, Disney hadn't bought out Marvel Studios yet, or Marvel, and along with that Marvel Studios yet. So the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe was being created through many distributors, and I think Paramount had the rights to Iron Man, and I think those are the people who
I really
distributed it.
love the idea of a cinematic universe.
I do too.
Like,
I mean, why hasn't it happened
multiple
before?
movies from the same universe is great.
Why hasn't it happened before?
Technically, every historical movie is from the same cinematic universe.
Well, yes.
For the most part.
But we all know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen at the end of this.
I mean, if you read comics, you kind of know.
Well, yeah, and I mean, we all know that they're setting up Thanos to be the big bad guy. We all know the Infinity Stones are going to play a huge role. Infinity War, last two big movies of at least that's as far as they've gotten. The last two big movies of the entire franchise of the MCU.
Yeah, and neither of us are huge comic book people. Like, I enjoy them, but I don't keep up to date with them and know anything about them.
I'm a movie person I'm more of a movie person than I am an actual.
I have some heavy
person.
comic book friends that fill me in on stuff.
I do too. I have one, and he's my go-to advisor on comic book stuff.
Yeah, I learn a lot from video games.
Yeah,
a lot of people. I've told a lot of people, and it keeps surprising people. Like, I've never actually sat down and watched all the Star Wars movies. But as a kid, I learned all about them by playing the Lego Star Wars game.
And believe it or not, you're not the only one that's done that. Several of my friends who are also they're not rabid Star Wars fans, but they
like me, they enjoy the movie.
They know the universe. They enjoy the characters, but they had their introduction into that universe was through the video games, not the films.
I will say I watched episode 1, not episode 4, episode 1 as a kid. Fell asleep partway through it, never finished it.
I think the rest of the internet will agree with you that the first 3 prequel, the prequel films are absolutely atrocious.
It's really difficult for me to fall asleep during something that is mentally engaging. So I think that sums up the first Star Wars movie.
It sums up the first 3.
See, I never even got past the first, so I never tried.
Yeah. Somehow we got off of Iron Man to Star Wars.
Yeah, that happened.
But that wasn't a very good review of Iron Man. But it was pretty much pretty good. It introduced us to Tony Stark. It introduced us to the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I will be honest, I give it a thumbs up.
And I'm glad they went with the version of the suit they went with in the movie.
I also agree with that.
Because,
thumbs up.
The original Iron Man suits in the comics are very the faceplate. Just I don't like the just slit faceplate. The 3 slits.
I agree.
I don't like that. I like the more stylized ones.
Alrighty, so we both give thumbs up on Iron Man.
Next film!
Oh, do you want me to pick one?
Yeah, didn't you say Star Wars: The Force Awakens?
Yeah, we can talk about Force Awakens. It's a good movie.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think everybody will agree with us. Yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah. Review end.
I think it's interesting, even though I've never like I said, I've never sat down and watched them. I know the story pretty well. How by watching it and thinking about it, everything is pretty. It's I heard someone refer to it as it's an echo movie.
How so?
It's pretty much like episode 4, but redone. Instead of the big bad guy being someone's father, he's someone's son. Spoiler warning, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Major spoiler warning. The movies. My usually
we're talking about films. They're gonna know their spoilers.
My spoiler tactics is if the movie's been out for 2 months in theaters and has had a DVD release, then
it has had a DVD release.
Then
so we're good.
Then you are good unless someone speaks up.
Exactly.
And if you want to speak up, do so now. Wait. Okay, we're good.
Yep. Didn't hear anything.
So instead of someone being someone's father, it's someone's son. Instead of it being instead of the protagonist being a guy, it's a girl.
Yeah. Mix it up a bit.
Instead of the teacher, so to speak, finding the student has to go find the teacher with the whole searching for Luke.
Uh-huh.
And it's just there's enough different for it to be its own movie, but it's paying its respects to the previous films.
Excuse me, y'all.
And I think it does a really good job.
Allergies.
I like Rey as a character. I like Finn as a character. They got personality. A lot of people on the internet complain that they think that Rey is like what's called a Mary Sue, which for those of you who don't know, they think that's like an all-powerful author insert.
Yeah.
And I disagree.
I disagree too.
She's much less.
I've heard that argument.
She's much less of one than Anakin and Luke. It's like people say, "Oh, she shouldn't know how to fly these ships." She spent all of her free time in flight simulators because she was bored. She spent her life collecting scrap from crashed ships, so she knows them inside and out.
She had a very rugged life beginning.
And when that's
kind of implied.
And someone pointed this out, and I actually rewatched the scene on YouTube to like see it, but I didn't notice it when I was watching it. When she first fights with a lightsaber against Kylo, or I don't know if it's first, but when she first like fights Kylo in the snow and near the end of the movie, she's not fighting with a lightsaber like it's a sword. She's using it like a staff. Like, her movements feel more like a staff user than a sword user.
Ah, interesting.
And I kind of agree with that. And she never does anything with the Force without seeing it done first. She sees Kylo Ren use the mind trick. She uses it. She sees him try to force pull the lightsaber to him. She does it. She just, like, she learns quickly, and she uses her past knowledge to help her.
And see,
I think everything she does is justifies something she should be able to do.
And I think, you know, Rey is a character that is much more complex than we have any idea, than the audience knows.
I'm interested in her parentage, which we should find out.
Everybody is, but see, I think what
they said that her parents were not in the movie.
Good. Well, okay. See, I think the case with Rey is it was a character that like you said, that with that Echo argument, there are some characterizations of Rey that echo back to Luke to make it more familiar, to make it not necessarily nostalgic, because I know there was a huge argument over the nostalgia behind the film.
It's paying homage to its ancestors.
Exactly. And however, that doesn't however, that does not mean that Rey's path will follow that of Luke's.
No.
It may diverge in a yellow wood. Who knows?
The Star Wars universe is like circular. Like, everything comes back to the beginning.
Exactly.
And that's something they do. And personally, my opinions on who her parents are, I don't know for sure, and I'm not saying this is true. I'm saying it would be a really interesting, like, plot thing if she was a Skywalker. Not Skywalker. God, what was his name? Kenobi. She was a Kenobi.
God, and you know, I have heard that. I have heard that theory as well.
Related to Obi-Wan, because I liked Obi-Wan.
Here's that scene you were talking about.
They can't see that.
Yeah, they can. So she's got it, or well, no, that's Finn. Not Finn. What's his name? Kylo. Yeah. There goes Finn.
Yeah, you may want to skip. Yeah, she's force pulling it. I think. No,
there it goes. But no, she's holding it kind of like a lightsaber.
Well, watch her.
But yeah. Okay, I see.
She's using two hands and she's swinging it like there's another end to it.
I agree. I can see that.
I mean, she's not dumb. She knows there's not another end to it. That's why she's focusing on that end. But see, she's never swinging it where the other end would come across her body.
And like when they cut through that tree and that tree fell in the background there. See, they're on that cliff.
It just feels like I understand that. I mean, she's using a sword, yes.
She is. Okay, I can see she's doing this.
Her strategy
like you would hold a
seems like
staff.
someone with a staff.
Yeah, as he's pressing against her, now she's closing her eyes. She's doing this, holding it like that. I can see what you're talking about,
it's a subtle thing that I don't even know if it
she's very okay. I see what you're talking about. She's very
like I said. It may
swingy.
just be people looking into it, and just maybe her fighting style, but it feels like someone who would use a staff.
I agree with you on that, and I mean, y'all will be able to see it through. I'll put it in, or we'll put it in post. That's an interesting scene, and I agree with you. And I mean, we like always, we go on tangents on these things, but in terms of a review of the film, I absolutely give it a thumbs up. When I saw it, I loved it.
And as for like
final thoughts on it,
as for her parentage, I would say 15% chance she's a Kenobi.
Yeah,
but I will say I'm betting on that 15. I don't know. When I watch movies, I get a feeling sometimes, and very rarely do I get a foreshadowy feeling that I'm wrong. This is not a foreshadowy feeling. I could be wrong about this. It's something I would like to see because I like Obi-Wan. He's a great character. And I don't know. Just a gut feeling. It's not foreshadowy. It's just a gut feeling.
I agree with you. I agree with that theory more than the theory that she is somehow a Skywalker.
She can't be a Skywalker because they said her parents were not in the movie.
Well, they have lied before.
Yeah, but this...
I don't think they would lie about this, though.
Another Skywalker would be stupid. The fans wouldn't like it.
I agree. But overall, thumbs up on that and with that, I think this concludes the first episode of season 2 for Behind the Scenes. Guys, it's great to be back. We love doing this. We hope we can make some more. In the next episode, we're going to talk about some other films that are not so scientific or sci-fi superhero related that I think will go out of our comfort zone in some of these. Which I don't know how I feel about that. And I don't know what he's doing. But in the meantime, folks. Yes, in the meantime, folks, don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe here on the YouTubes. You can find the audio version of this podcast on SoundCloud. And yeah, we appreciate everything you've done for us. But in the meantime, guys, peace out. End credit scene.